Collective, do you know that there's a group of people that feel offended because you won't engage in some type of spiritual warfare, because you won't engage in conflict, competition, and battles? It's interesting because as I was channeling this energy, these people feel offended. Like there's a group of people that are like, oh, you think you're too good to fight with us? Like we want to provoke you. You got a big provoking energy just floating through the ethers. People that see that your path is leading to something that is yielding you beautiful rewards, meaning you've done the work. Only you and you know what you've done with the divine, right? And so now these things are manifesting on the external. Now you can see your accomplishments. Maybe you're dressing better. Maybe you're eating better. Maybe you're eating according to your universal allowance, right? By way of money, monetary supplement, whatever it is, it's like reaping the benefits in the season of the harvest. And you have people that want to provoke you out of this. I just heard energy of determination to fight with them. So these are sideliners. These are people that are watching by the sideline because they didn't get in the main line. They were standing in the other line for a slice of the devil's pie. Still standing in line for a slice of that nasty ass devil's pie. Come on in, collective. If you're new here, welcome. Welcome to Spiritual Court TV, where we talk about all things spiritual. This is a platform dedicated to the Divine Mother, Divine Father, the Messiah, Christ consciousness. We respect all of the ascended masters, known and unknown. Every single bloodline is under a beautiful judgment, and hopefully you are the matriarch of your family. This platform is where we get into all things spiritual. If it was done in the spirit, it's going to come out of spiritual court. Truth is the serum. Truth is being broadcasted all over the world, north, east, west, and south, southwest, east, and north, in that order. That's what I just heard the creator say. Thank you, creator, for using my say, for using my words. I cannot make this up. You got community and you got unexpected income. Now, this pentacle could also represent spiritual gifts, okay? If you're returning back, then you already know what's going on. I said something at some point and or another, maybe on one occasion, multiple occasions, that resonated with you. And for that, that makes me happy. I like the fact that these readings are helping. Welcome back, okay? Remember to always take what resonates. I feel like that's a given. I feel like I'm stating the obvious. Your intuition is always going to be your best guide. Hopefully your intuition and your discernment are having a real conversation internally as it relates to you. Talk to your higher self. Somebody's about to check out. Spirit says straight like that, just like that. Yeah, just like that. Somebody's about to go like check out. Somebody did some type of graveyard work. Okay. Whoever this person is, the goal was to create some type of chaos. The chaos backfired, and this led somebody to impulsively go and do something above and beyond being forbidden, above and beyond being diabolical. Yeah, somebody got caught up in their own war. And I'm getting this energy of like somebody like having the audacity to be offended. Like, oh, you think you're too good to fight with us? Oh, we're going to show you. Now, remember, this is no face, no case energy. This is all in the spirit realm. They wanted to fight in the spirit realm because what you're gaining in the spirit, I just heard, is gaining momentum. And it's bringing in some type of beautiful reality in the physical world. Okay. So you got people that want to get you engaged in some type of strife, some type of distraction, and they're offended because they feel like you think that you're too good to battle with them. I just heard and am. You think your situation is too good to come over here and get into all this chaos, and is. Yeah. Spirit says these people are answering their own questions at this point. They don't like that either. That too is frustrating them. They don't like the fact that we agree with them. Thank you, Spirit. Because the fact of the matter is they're manifesting chaos. It's just something that they didn't think that they would have to wear an outfit to. This is a shit show that somebody created for themselves, and now they have to find an outfit. My spirit team is funny. Clear this energy out, Holy Spirit. Somebody's really frustrated. They don't want this to come out. Don't bring your evil eye over here. Why you got that evil eye on, girl, guy? What are you doing? Listen, let's see what's going on. Clarify, Spirit. They're offended because we won't fight with them. Something about petty intrigue. Yeah, look, somebody was expecting that they could have provoked you to some type of chaos by now. Their expectation was that you would be spazzing out, calling them, arguing with them, but mostly they wanted to meet you in the spiritual streets. This is not in the physical. Spirit says these people are very cowardly in the physical. Although they think about things that they want to do in the physical to harm you, they're not strong enough and they're not smart enough, but they're dumb enough to try to do it in the spirit. They're not strong enough to do that in the real world, Spirit says. Yeah, they can't come up against this. They don't know what to do. So they feel like you feel like, oh, you protecting your energy. Like, yeah. They don't like the fact that we agree with them. Yeah, you think you're too good, and I am. Yeah, to be playing around with this. I hear sirens in the distance. Consecutive seasons of bad decisions. That's what my ancestors just said. Ascended masters, thank you. Shout out to the ascended archangels who are ascending, getting new spiritual gifts as well, getting new war weapons in the ethers to help us fight. Yeah, everything is new up under the sun in the galaxy. And somebody's out here with an old, outdated way of wanting to square up. Somebody wanted you to square up, collective. So I was like, oh, you think you too good? Oh, you think you can't? Okay. Yeah. Because what we have going on over here, it really is too good to engage in something that can't yield you anything. Like that, nothing from nothing leaves nothing. So you starve this energy out and it died. And now somebody doesn't want the beef to die. Clarify. The party's not over. No, there's still placing some type of false reports in the ethers and nobody's listening. What spiritual court are they going to with false documentation? That could be gossip, slander, lies, all kinds of stuff. It's because whatever this is, you have attached yourself to your higher self. You're one and the same with creator. You can't be separated. So this is an unprovoking energy. This is an energy that if you try to provoke this person out of this self-love energy, soulmate ascending energy, you might F around, fudge around and find out. They should expect that they fudged around and found out by way of their expectation. This is what happens when you step on uncharted territory. Okay, so they'll play it around. So they're like, oh, you don't want to fight us? Yeah, look, they don't look. Somebody wants to disrupt your peace. This is somebody who's miserable. Yeah, misery loves company, but we're not RSVPing to that. We're not going to show up for that. The fact that you're unbothered puts them in an energy of being bothered, their expectation to disturb your peace. It's a provoking energy. Thank you, Creator. Use me as a channel, please, to speak the truth, please, and thank you. Yeah, it's more quagmire energy. It's a poking the bear. Somebody wanted you to be provoked. Somebody wanted to provoke you into poverty. That's a big distraction. That's a big curse word that somebody spoke. There was a lot of nasty intention. So they wanted to provoke you to poverty. So somebody wanted you to come out of some type of an abundant energy, clarify, self-love energy, mating with your higher self, soul mating, mating with your soul, your highest version of yourself, going through some form of an ascension to come and fight them, which would have put you in some type of poverty. Yeah, look, these people were, what are they trying to do? Mentally and emotionally unstable. There was an expectation. Literally, somebody was watching the clock, wondering when were you going to be homeless? When were you going to go crazy? When are you going to be begging for bread? Poverty. This was the expectation that they had for somebody that was in a self-love energy. So these are people that wanted to turn your peace upside down. Is that what this is about? Mentally and emotionally unstable. This is what they projected out. They falsified documents in the ethers. They lied. They text somebody back and forth. Somebody was putting something in writing, whatever it was false. Bearing false witness. The creator has divined over this situation and has already come to some type of a conclusion. So whatever is fated to happen is going to happen that way. There's nothing that they can do to change it. You know how they always say you can kind of get a heads up and change your reality. But some things are just solid. That's why they say pray for the things that you can change, and the things that you can't change, you just got to surrender to. Some of this stuff is fated to happen. But this is somebody that was trying to provoke you. So now they feel offended. Oh, you think you're too good? Oh, you think you're too good? Yeah, they want to fight. You don't want to fight me. Somebody's like, you don't want to fight me. I want to fight. You're like, no, I'm fine. Love yourself. Peace be with you. This is somebody that you just simply agree with. Whatever they say, you go, me too. Yeah, okay. No, you think you're too good? You're like, yeah. Spirit says this is a wise move, okay? You are the Hierophant. You are the one that has gained the wisdom. You have to know how to use your intuition. Intuitive Kev card represents discernment and intuition, one in the same. Hopefully your intuitive nudges are helping you to discern certain things. Yeah, listen. Look at this energy, concern. Somebody is concerned because they're like, when is the poverty spell going to kick in? Let's see. When is this conflict spell going to kick in? And again, this is not to provoke you in the 3D. These are cowards, honey. They don't really have that much girth. They ain't got it like that. They just talk a lot of shit. They act like they're going to do something. You see them in person and they might want to give you a hug. This is a confused person. This is a confused admirer who really does love you a lot to the point of hatred. It's very twisted. This is the way they see it. I'm here to just channel the message. Please don't shoot. I'm just the messenger. Child, they did death magic. Somebody is like, when is this going to kick in, honey? When is this going to kick in? But I feel like the death magic is you putting an end to this death energy. You couldn't be provoked into anger. Somebody wanted to provoke you to get you distracted so that you would stop doing something that you're supposed to be doing right now. This could be whatever you're manifesting. Somebody wanted to provoke you. It's giving a like waving you down like, hey, I'm offending you. Hey, you want to fight? No, we don't. Now they're concerned. When is that death magic going to kick in? They said. Somebody is. Look at the clock above his head and look at him looking at his watch. Somebody is really confused about the time. Something was supposed to only take a certain amount of time. Something about the clock. Something about an illusion of time. Having more time to do something. Yeah, somebody's waiting for this to kick in. When is this going to kick in? Somebody could also have done something too in court over some money. They could have lied about it. Nasty little Jezebelata out here mad because you don't want to fight with them. You went cold on somebody. You went ice cold. It could have gotten colder where you are in nature. That's what spirit is showing me. This person wanted to manipulate you into being in a fight, basically. Tempt you. I just heard Most High God guide our intuitions and reveal the wicked snares of the enemy. Their plans and their plots have been exposed. You saw this already. You saw it. You were aware of it, and you just decided to stay in this loving energy, unmoved, unbothered. So this is like something to like take away your joy. That's crazy. Clarify these people. Yeah, look, these people are crazy. Confusion and illusion. So this is like some type of an illusion, projection, death, mental. Somebody did try to end somebody though. Somebody signed a contract too. What's that contract? Is this a spiritual assassin who has to reassess considering the circumstances? Yeah, they got to reassess the entire demonic, devilish contract. When I pulled the energy prior, the devil came out, y'all, and the tower and death and judgment. I was like, well, that's straight to the point. I mean, there's no wiggle room there. I mean, how are you going to wiggle yourself up out of that in spiritual court? Healer. You're somebody that's a healer, a natural born healer. Spirit says you could be learning how to tap into your healing abilities. What a blessing that these people sent you this nasty energy, because something has made you a master healer now. You may have known how to transmute, but now you're like a master healer, master transmuter. Yeah, I just heard thank you for the opportunity of the conflict. Thank you for the dense energy. Give it to me. Yeah, I just heard give it to me. Give me that sweet, that funky stuff. Give it to me. That just came out. That is a channeled song. That's what I just heard the spirit say. So they sent you some really funky energy, okay? They could have even traveled. Clarify, you're offended because we don't want to fight with you. We're busy. Yeah, they're obsessed. Fight with me. Look at this person. Bloodshot eyes, staying up all night, obsessing over you, watching you, thinking about you. You got condos rented in this person's head. Yeah, I just heard, don't let it go to your head, no. Don't let it go to your head, no, no, no. Clarify, don't let it go to your head. Mentally, emotionally unstable. Ooh, somebody wanted to put something in your ear. Somebody wanted to control your mind. Don't let it go to your head. You see the way she's speaking into her ear, hoping that something goes to her head. These people wanted to drive you crazy so that you would be confused. Yeah, do you want to fight me? Do you want to catch these hands? You're like, no, I'm good. What are you doing? Hands up, don't shoot. Self-love. It's giving people wanted to fight you because you're in a Zen state of mind. And that's why they wanted to fight you, to prove that maybe you do have an angry side. But see, this is the thing. People like this, they're not that important to give them energy behind anger. This is petty intrigue. These are people that are immature in the spirit. These are people that are getting ass whoopings. All this gossip and falseness, everything is false. Everything's a lie. Whatever they're saying, it's a lie. But now they're scared. Now they're mad. Clarify. You think we too good? That's what they feel. Oh, you think you too good now? Oh, you think you're too good? You like and am and is and will continue to be. Yeah. Rising above the bullshit. This is what it looks like. Yeah, we're too good for that. We ain't got time for that. We can't be provoked by the devil. They say that like that's going to make us look like we're conceited or like we're boastful. And we don't give a damn what they really think. But that's the way they say it, like, oh, you think you're too good? Everybody's had to go through something. They're mad because you don't look like nothing that you had to go through. You hear me? Nothing. And this is what always gets them easily provoked into their dark side. This is what usually gets them is you show up like this and they're like, oh, you haven't been through anything. So they feel like you need to be like them. Misery loves company. Why aren't you mad? Why can't we shake you? What is the problem? Because you just don't have that much power, Uckham and Bookham. Dumb, deaf, and blind. Y'all ain't got that much power to step into this divinity. This divinity is on assignment. As much as you want to believe by way of your delusions of grandeur that everything's about you and what you got going on, I'm here to let you know that the truth spell is working. And the truth is, you're not that important. There's billions of people on this planet. There's an umpteenth amount of billions of supernatural beings outside of this realm. So if ever you feel as though you're starting to feel too important to the point where you need to provoke somebody to anger because your life is in shambles and you don't want to admit that and you don't want to take accountability and clear that shit up, just remember, you're not that important, not when it comes to the collective. This energy, this dense energy, false lying, gossip, narratives, entities, mental, all that, shut the hell up. It's not that important. We got divinity. Yeah, we too good for that. Yeah, you think you too good. Yeah, we too good for that, for real. We listen, we don't judge. But we ask the divine to intervene. And so far, the divine is saying, yeah, get that shit up out of here. That's what the creator said. Creator is saying, I'm giving my people a love offering. They're coming in love. Look, we're coming like this, boo. This is a huge accomplishment. This feels really, really good. High self-esteem, focus, determination and drive, good energy, high vibration, picking and choosing your battles, knowing that you don't have any battles to fight, knowing when to surrender all. When you surrender all by way of divinity, you don't even have to pay attention to people like this. You may be made aware of it. Like I always have dreams. I had a dream last night about a group of people that were trying to feed me something, and they ended up feeding it to somebody that they were sitting in a circle with. It was crazy. So now some of these people are like poisoning each other, taking each other out. They got a need to take somebody out. And because the energy can't come this way with us, they just taking people out around them. But what I saw in my dream state, I was like, damn, I woke up like, why am I here? And it was so interesting because I was hovering over them, almost like the divine wanted me to see something from a distance, like, look at these fools. You know, when you get up close and personal, it's really not even real, whatever they're wishing. But when you see it from a distance, you can't tell which one is the fool and which one isn't. They're all fighting in conflict. They're all irritated. They want nothing more but to send this energy over to us, and it's just not working. So this is the energy that we were supposed to be in, disrupted. Because you know, with conflict comes unclean spirits. With conflict comes hold on, y'all. What is this on here? With conflict comes unclean spirits, and then that leads to mental and emotional instability. This is almost like not having a God. This is what somebody wanted, for you not to be connected to the divine, but the divine is giving us a love offer with self-love and soulmate, keeping us unbothered. Yeah, we've gone through a crowning ceremony. So while these people were scraping at the bottom of the graveyard barrel, playing around with dirt and all kinds of stuff, still smoking graveyard blunts, man. That death magic will have you smoking some graveyard blunts. Confusions and illusions. This is what you wanted for people that are divine. I keep telling you, this is not a life's wish. This is a mission that's going to lead you to death. And it appears as though the Grim Reaper is absolutely got every single report, known and unknown, false and true, because the false narratives only expose the truth. That's what I just heard. 2121 on the timers. I saw that. Yeah, somebody went to try to open up a door. Monitoring spirit. So you could have seen some flies around you, collective. Somebody's like watching your connections, third party situation. This is not always them watching you with a lover or in a relationship. They just want to know who's around you. Are people being nice to you? Are they talking to her? Are they talking to, like, completely and totally obsessed? Magic like this is the best way to suffer spiritual psychosis. This is the best way to see your own mental state when you project it out and you find a mirror and you got to look yourself in the face and you know what you said about somebody else that wasn't true, to deflect the truth about you. But as the divine would see it, because the collective was praying for truth and walking in the truth, as the divine would see it, is that these weird ass false allegations would become the very thing that would expose the truth. Because somebody put lies on top of lies. I just heard it was so layered, honey. They got so creative. 2233, they get so creative when it has something to do with conflict. Just imagine if they could take that same dense energy and turn it into something with the divine. 2244, they could have come into the land of milk and honey, but no, not until they take us out. This is how somebody is living. Somebody's like, I'm not going to be happy until she's dead. 2255. That's crazy. So you got your sanity on layaway. You got your sanity on the shelf. You're not going to be happy until one person on this planet is gone. These are spiritual assassins. They have insatiable desires to unalive people. As much as they believe that one chosen one is going to set them free and make them feel better, like, yeah, I took her out. Yeah, I took him out. It's not the case. They get an insatiable thirst for blood because they refuse to look at themselves. Somebody may not even know that they are a whole devil. Maybe they feel like this is duality. Yeah, big flying monkeys energy. They always got something to say, but they don't come to you with it because they already know you walk in the truth. So let them. Spirit says, as the story is being told, it is being created and made to aid and assist the chosen ones. Let them. Look at little Voodoo. Hey, little Voodoo. What's up with the Voodoo and spirits? Yeah, you got flying monkeys. Somebody could be trying all kinds of things. Somebody could be reading different books about hoodoo. Somebody could be Googling something. Okay, that's fine. Just know you're coming up against the divine, okay? That's your journey. That's your destiny. We don't judge, but we ask for divine intervention by way of the divine calling down for judgment. And I'm saying that because in order for us as the collective to pray for what it is that we want, sometimes we got to meditate on what it is we need to pray about. Sometimes we got to pray on what we need to meditate on. This is divine interaction. This is how you sit down and have a conversation with the divine. So as we're moving in this energy, praying for truth. Truth is the clarity, speaking the truth, seeing the truth, hearing the truth in divine timing. Somebody was wishing the opposite. hoping that something would manifest very quickly. And they're angry because something that they conjured up is now attached to them. Or they're finally having to see into their own mind's eye. Somebody's brain is like oatmeal, y'all. Somebody's brain is like cheese and grits. Like mentally, somebody is really done. Whatever type of magic this is, it messed them up. Somebody inflicted something upon themselves that they were so obsessed with doing to you that they didn't realize that they were literally deteriorating every step of the way trying to get something accomplished. Now they're scared. The spirit just said it's a fine time to be scared. I don't know why you chose now. You said so much. You ran your mouth like a faucet. You had collective's mouth on your mouth, eyes on your eyes. Somebody wanted to wear your face. What type of shit is this? You had collective's name in your mouth. That's what I meant to say. What was that Freudian slip? Your mouth on their mouth? Yeah, I'm telling you. It's almost like somebody thought that they were going to your ancestors about you. What's this about? Clarify mouth on your mouth. What was that about? Yeah, it's like somebody was calling judgment down over an innocent person after they tried to render you some type of injustice. So this person is so mentally messed up, they're lying to stay alive. They're just lying to the spirit realm, child. Trying to put a veil over somebody's ancestors and spirit team. Just crazy, honey. Just lost it. Just complete and total flying monkey ass confusion and illusions. Yeah, it's like somebody tried to put a veil over, because I just heard your mouth over their mouth. So somebody tried to confuse your ancestors. What's this veil and ancestors? They went to the ancestors to do what? Yeah, this person is crazy. This is another destiny swap. My thing is, if you wanted to destiny swap, but you did a death spell, then wouldn't you be the one to die since you wanted to swap out fate? If you tried to do a binding spell on a chosen one and then you tried to do death magic, wouldn't you be the one bound to death? Make it make sense. Somebody tried to go talk to your ancestors on your behalf. Divine masculine, divine feminine, something about prosperity and abundance. They wanted to cover this up. What's the veil? They didn't want you to be able to see something that they were doing. Child, if somebody was a whole Jezebel, somebody is not the choice. This is somebody that wanted you to pick a certain path, pick a certain destiny, provoke you to poverty, basically. I feel like whoever it is, this person, place, people are, it seems as though it's a feminine, karmic, it could be a masculine, doesn't matter. It could be a group of people. I feel like where they messed up is when they realized that you weren't engaging with them and that you stayed in this high frequency, that there's some type of shield of protection here that is so strong it can't be penetrated with conflict and low vibrational energies, that they went then to try to get you to sabotage yourself. This is a self-sabotaging energy. Somebody's a self-saboteur. This person sabotaged themselves, but they wanted you to sabotage yourself. So once they realized that they couldn't get into your energy, that your ancestors showed up, they then went to try to put a veil over your eyes so that you wouldn't know that you were winning some type of fight that you never even signed up to engage in. In fact, you didn't even give this energy any attention, no energy. You didn't feed it, but you're winning. Spirit says we're winning in rooms that we weren't even invited to. And even if we were, we would have never RSVP'd. We weren't interested in these petty intrigue as conflicts. These are low vibrational people, but you're still winning. This is why they're fighting. Just imagine a group of people who sit the woo-wop, the chop. Somebody says, I'm going to voodoo you, hoodoo you. I'm going to play with the little voodoo and hoodoo, forbidden at that. Big respect to the Loa. They know I play. I love the Loa. Thank you, Loa. Yeah, the Loa is saying you were playing with voodoo, you were playing with hoodoo, playing with doo-doo. And now it's safe to say that you're having a shitty day. Yeah, you disrespected the spirits. They're not backing you on this, honey. They're not backing you on this. So if you got a doll, best believe that doll is you. Okay. You wanted to be the collective. You wanted to wear collective's veil or face or head or crown, whatever this is about. Okay. They could have even told people that you wanted to be like them. Is that what this is? Child, you blocked this person. So somebody went through stages of sabotaging. They wanted you to self-sabotage. They wanted you to get distracted by something that they were saying. So they laid it on thick. That's what Spirit just said. They laid it on thick. We were supposed to self-sabotage and it didn't happen. And they're mad. They're mad. Evil eye energy, this is what they look like, sitting in spiritual hell, in jail. Occupation, somebody made it their job to be in this low vibrational energy. Look at all that nastiness. You got a divine masculine here that's ascending to his highest good. Congratulations. You got the high priest and the high priestess and soulmate. Two people that love themselves could be coming together in some type of a union. I love it. I look forward to it. I love love. I love when I see people truly in love, respecting each other, growing in love, eternally, respectfully. That self-love will bring you in true love. A lot of people trying to manifest partnerships, but they don't even like themselves. You out here in the graveyard digging up shit you ain't supposed to play with and wishing illness on somebody. How you gonna get a lover and you come? Would you love you? Apparently not. Whoever this person is. Yeah, somebody's in conflict. They're mad. Oh, you don't want to fight with me. You don't want to this. Okay, I'm gonna try to see if I can set you up to sabotage yourself. You can't even set up your cable TV, honey. You can't even put the aux cord in the right little. Okay, let me stop, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Because sometimes I go out into left field. I'm so glad that the divine is so patient with me. I am a work in progress because I was about to drag this person mentally. Listen, they don't want us to get into that intellectual bag where you know how to drag somebody without raising your voice because you really don't give a damn. 3133, I'm just here to tell the truth. This person has the evil eye in spiritual jail and they got the nerve to be mad at you. The audacity. People somehow seem to always find audacity, even though we're casting out the energy of audacity, like you're not even allowed to have that under this truth spell. You still seem to find it. Somebody's whole situation is a lie. They've told too many lies, and now this flying monkey can't fly no more. Rich girl energy. They want that abundance. They want the money. They want the cars. They want the hoes. They want the clothes. They suppose they just want to be successful. Clarify. They're mad because we won't fight with them. They don't have nobody to fight with. Child, if you don't get the hell up out the way, why would we leave this energy to come over to somebody that's in this energy in a nail biting situation? Why? Conflict and emotional instability and concern. This is how their magic has them looking. Yeah, somebody spent a great deal of time thinking that their words were going to have some type of power. Spirit says that evil fell down real quick. That evil didn't hold no weight, not in conversation, not written on paper, not projected out, not through a mirror, not through a nothing. Whatever they did, they only did to themselves. Somebody hypnotized themselves. Somebody lied to themselves so much that they believed that this was going to resonate with us. It did not. Heads up, rising star, good karma. Yeah, listen, because when you're on this divine path, you really are having a good time. You ever seen somebody having a good time to go over somewhere and not have a good time? Nobody's consciously choosing that. Nobody's consciously choosing to be diabolical. The collective isn't. I speak for myself. Oh, surely ought I go back for a change. Okay. Somebody that set their whole life up for failure, trying to lie on a truth teller. That's what I just heard. Whole life falling into a ditch. And every time they look up, you just keep getting more rich. When you say rich, they think it's about the money. No, richness has everything to do with divinity and prosperity within. It's a prospering energy. Yeah, it's not a 3D energy. Their scope of how they see things can never be in alignment with the way that we see things because they're not connected to the divinity that we see. Yeah, and now they're trying to figure out how are you getting your wishes fulfilled with the 9 of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, divine feminine energy. You're about to reap the benefits of all financial rewards, okay? 3 of Swords, you healed your heart. The swords that went into your heart was the sword of truth. Heart is as light as a feather. Thank you, Creator. somebody wanted to extract this energy by way of conflict. Just imagine somebody like saying, come outside. I want to fight you. And you're like, no, I'm good. They're like, what? So they do things. They crack jokes. They lie. They project. Oh, you're weak, or you're ugly, or you're this, you're that. And you just simply agree with them, watching them sink into quicksand of the abyss of diabolicalness and some bullshit, playing with voodoo and hoodoo and doo-doo, and now they're having a shitty day and spiritual hell, giving people the evil eye. You already locked up and you giving the evil eye? That's nasty business. That's some nasty work. But you still seem to find the audacity to play the victim. That was my own words, okay? That was a side comment. It was a long comment, but I meant that. Thank you, Creator. You got the moon energy. That's what I saw. That's the truth. I saw that with my real mind's eye. The moon energy, Cancerian energy, represents emotions. Close any doors that don't need to be open. Let's burn a little bit of sage before we move forward. I just feel compelled to do that. So let me be obedient to my intuition. Yeah, these people. I don't know. Somebody's mad. You don't want to fight them. You don't want to catch the, oh man. I dropped my whole thing in there, y'all. Hold on. Commercial break, man. Yeah, I feel like this person is mad because you don't want to fight them and they feel like they can't provoke you. They feel offended. They would love nothing more but to be an enemy of yours. But see, this is the thing. You can't have enemies when your enemy is at peace. The external has to respect you and it has to get out of the way. Because I'm telling you, this is the kind of person that if you saw them in real life, they would be wanting to talk to you. But behind the scenes in the spirit realm, they're like a self-proclaimed arch nemesis. Like they have made it their life's mission to make sure that you go through something. So it's a coward. They can't even admit the truth to your face. That's what Spirit just said. They can't even admit this to your face. They don't know. They're just doing things in the spirit, hoping that nobody finds out. And they're mad because your intuition is so on point. You can see them. I always see when people doing spell work over me, I just stand over them and look like, standing there with the divine, like, look at this fool. And I let it play out. I don't do a return to sender. I don't do no extra little woo woo. I just, okay. I let it backfire. They end up seeing themselves, and a lot of them don't like what they see. Because when you look at me, you're going to see you. So you better make sure that you're not the problem before you start problems. You better make sure you got a solution to it too. The way that fire is burning, it's not by coincidence. Somebody done pissed off the gods. Somebody done pissed somebody off because they don't know how to sit their dumb ass down. I feel like at this point, honestly, y'all, as crazy as it sounds, I feel like some of these people got a death wish. I feel like life is really going bad for them because some of these people are just doing things like, oh, well, they ain't got nothing to lose. Like, and I feel like they kind of hope for their own downfall. You have to at this point. Because if collective is not engaging, you're simply fighting by yourself. You're doing magic that's not hitting the collective. It don't even resonate with us. That has to be an empty victory. Like there's no victory in that. It has to be just a sad situation. Somebody is sneaky, Empress energy. You're in the upright, divine feminine. Yeah, somebody is mad. Oh, you think you're too good? I just heard you done went and got famous on me. Oh God. Well, they're talking in the spirit realm though, y'all. This is not the 3D. This is what they're saying. Oh, you went and got famous on me. So these people see you in the spirit realm. They see you in the ethers. They have to look up to you in the ethers. And it's not because you're placing yourself above them, but as much as they talk about you, they put you on this pedestal. But up is where the divine is, ascension, the wheel of fortune. That's what I just heard. They have to look up to you in the spirit realm. So their whole personalities, y'all, are too short to even reach where we're at. But they still continue to have these conversations because somehow they feel like it's going to make their life better. Spirit says that fire is burning. The angels are pissed. Show me what they did, Spirit. What happened? What happened? Oh, yeah, somebody is pissed. Somebody's monitoring spirit is confused, hovering above. Somebody has a monitoring spirit. So if you were seeing like little gnats recently and you hadn't seen flies in a minute, yeah, recently somebody could have done some type of death magic or monitoring spirit or sending something, whatever this is. It doesn't matter. Child, the monitoring spirits are just, the monitoring spirits need a vacation. They're not with the shits. They're just, this is not what it is anymore. You know, it's kind of tormenting the spirits that they're bothering because these spirits are becoming awakened. That's the blessing. So somebody did a conjure. Clarify. You mad because we don't want to fight with you? You can't disrupt our peace. Is that what this is about? Show your face and tell the truth. Yeah, somebody's sitting in a state of depression, 5 of Cups, sad. They want your attention. In order for this spiritual warfare to take any type of an effect on you, they need your attention. Yeah, this is a defeated war, Spirit is saying. Anybody that needs your attention to fight them, because nobody wants to fight them, nobody sees them worth fighting, makes them go off in the spirit realm, and it always backfires. They feel weak in the spirit realm, so they need to prove themselves. They need to prove their magic, but nobody wants to fight them. Queen of Wands in the reverse and the Magician in the reverse. Nasty little witch out here. She's mad. She's angry. Spirit, let me ask you something in my mind's eye. Yes, she does. Oh, interesting. Or he. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, wow. Thank you, Spirit. Confirmation. Just a little side note, because I saw the person's face in my mind's eye. I don't know this person personally. I don't think any of us do. I feel like that's the problem. Somebody's trying to get attention the wrong way. They're throwing tantrums in the spirit realm. They're doing nasty things in the spirit realm, working with, and I jokingly said voodoo, hoodoo, and doo-doo. Somebody could be working with feces. Like this person do some dirty work. 7 of Swords, they sneaky as hell and dirty and nasty. They work in very unclean environments to deal with unclean spirits, to conjure unclean spirits. So that explains the chaos and the provoking, because the goal is to have you take your eyes off of this Wheel of Fortune, of which the collective is too laser focused. We're not taking our eyes off of that. Are you kidding me? No, you're not kidding. You were serious? They're mad because we agree with them. They're like, oh, you think you're this? You're like, yeah, you're right. Oh, you're crazy. You're like, yeah, just let them. They watching, honey. Page of Swords, confirmation. So let's see. This person is watching. What you watching for? Queen of Wands in the reverse. Your magic backfired, huh? 3 of Swords, you sad because you got to walk away from now something that you should have been focused on. This person could be going into poverty. This person could be losing everything. Somebody could be going through a breakup. They were so focused on the collective that everything that was going on in their world fell apart. Somebody's attention was in the wrong place. Somebody's intention was in the wrong place. Clarify this Queen of Wands in the reverse. They were watching to see if something that you had coming in for you was working, and it didn't work. Ace of Pentacles. I can't make this up. Knight of Pentacles energy. Something about a gift, a new beginning, a new commitment. Ace of Pentacles. Something about an agreement between you and the divine. And somebody was watching, trying to get you to be distracted. Like I literally see somebody going, oh, hey, y'all, like look over here. And you're looking straight at the pentacle and the Wheel of Fortune. Nothing can distract me. You got your blinders on. You only see straight ahead. That's what I just saw. Clarify. Spirit says you treat these people like they're dead. Like you don't even see them. Yeah, they know you don't see them either, but you're aware. 10 of Wands. Oh man, this is too funny to me. And they don't even like the fact that we're laughing. They feel like we're laughing at them. But this shit is hilarious that somebody would put themselves in what appears to be a cosmic pickle, man. Somebody has soured their own soil, dealing with nasty stuff, and now they're having a shitty day in spiritual jail. And you got the audacity to fix your eyes into the evil eye energy, wondering why your eyes are going blind, why you can't see nothing. You need to get that evil eye up out your evil eye. But don't tell this person nothing. This is what Spirit just says. Don't tell them nothing. Okay, Spirit. What else, Creator? Use my voice, use my essence. It's because of your power. They feel weak in your presence. You got strength here, Leo energy in the upright. It's something about feeling intimidated, okay? I mean, you knowing who you are makes this person uncomfortable. You being confident, comfortable with who you are, not needing to pay attention to petty intrigue that can't do anything for you and absolutely won't pay your bills, but will only lead you to karmic debt. Somebody is mad about that. How dare you? Oh, you love yourself? How dare you? And do. You gonna keep loving yourself and am and is? Yeah, we are. Clarify you mad because we don't want to fight with you. You can't even jump up to catch these hands. Yeah, they've been exposed. A lot of these people are embarrassed. Clarify this Queen of Wands in the reverse. Sun energy, big Leo energy. Collective overall energy is like happiness, waiting on good weather, the summer. A lot of you are planning things around the summertime. It's beautiful energy. Ace of Pentacles, the money is going to be made available to have whatever it is that you want. And somebody is watching in a provoking, poking the bear energy, only to watch their magic have absolutely no effect on you. It backfired. This is what Spirit says. Spirit says, what I'm saying is the truth. So when this Ace of Swords comes out, that means that Spirit had to come and divine over the situation and intercede on behalf of this circumstance because somebody just had too much going on trying to get your attention. I just saw 4555, Five of Pentacles, Five of Wands. Knight of Wands energy. Something about your momentum, something about your agility, something about you being happy, something about your work ethics. Nine of Cups and still getting to whatever this is that you want. Be this a relationship, happiness, peace, joy. Clarify, somebody is sad because they couldn't weigh you down. You're in this Queen of Cups energy in the upright. I love this. Wherever this Queen of Wands is in the reverse, I don't think they anticipated that you were going to see through their falseness. This is somebody that smiles in your face, but behind your back, they really don't like you. They're trying to take you down. You see through it. But even with the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Swords, this is not a friend of yours. This is somebody that knows of you. It's one thing to have a friend. It's another thing to have an associate. That's like when I would work in corporate, or like when I worked in corporate, I didn't really go out with a lot of those people. One of them, it took me 10 years to actually build a friendship with her and actually invite her into my personal life because I saw business as business and friendship was friendship. But it took me like 10 years to even like go out with her. For 10 years, she'd be like, come go have coffee. It just kind of became our thing that she would say that. And she knew that, yeah, I don't really kick it with people outside the job. So after 10 years, we became really good friends. But it took me a while because that's just how my heart is set up. I move like that. And my life was too busy to be doing anything and bringing my work and business together. That's not what I wanted. And that's the energy that I feel. I feel like somebody knows of you, but they talk about you like they know you and they don't know you. Knight of Swords, somebody can't wait to have conversations about you. Child, and you're not even there. You're being vindicated and you're winning fights that you didn't even sign up for. And you're being vindicated in rooms that you would have never RSVP'd to. You're in temperance energy, earth angel energy. I can't make it up, balance. So whatever this Queen of Wands in the reverse is, this black magic, whoever they collaborated with, all of them are stressed out. They're trying to ground. They're trying to go into nature. Clarify the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, they're exhausted, honey. With the Four of Swords, somebody could be really, really tired. Somebody like physically, they could have overexerted themselves trying to send you chaos. It is the most exhausting thing ever when you see somebody in the darkest of frequencies project out to somebody who knows who they are, who's in a connection with the divine, who's holding their frequency and protecting their heart in the Sun and Ace of Swords. It damn near sends the magician in the reverse insane to like this point of insanity because there's so much high frequency and somebody wants to hate you so much. And the fact that they can't find any reasons to puts them like in this, it's exhausting. Look, this person laid out, literally. It's exhausting. It's tiresome. It just proves that they really are as weak as they believe that they are. They're merely proving to themselves who and what they are by way of continuing in this nasty energy. That's all they're doing is exposing how dark they are. And they don't like it because it always puts them in the Five of Cups. It's like somebody running from their reflection, running from the mirror. Somebody might not even look in the mirror. They don't even want to look at themselves in the mirror. Four of Swords. It's a group. This is a group of people. They all been laid down. Yeah, look, I can't make this up. Seven of Swords and the Empress trying to sneak up on the divine feminine, a healer. Wow, y'all are crazy. Anything else for this, Spirit, so we can close this out? Because I feel like there's really nothing left to say. Big shout out to everybody coming into the chat. Thank you for watching Spiritual Court TV, where we talk about all things spiritual. I love y'all. I love you. I love you. I really do. Thank you for all your beautiful love and support. Just had to find an opportunity to switch up the energy because, honey, this is a train wreck waiting to happen. I feel like the train has already like fallen off the tracks. It's already like derailed, or was that how you say it? Derailed? It's been derailed. Somebody is laid down. This could be sickness and death too. Yeah, they're done. They've been exposed. They can't stop though. They could even be asking themselves, am I obsessed? Child, when you got to ask yourself that 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a yes. When you find yourself in the presence of yourself, 50-50, keeping it real, keeping it a buck, keeping it a quarter, whatever you feel you need to keep it. If you got to ask yourself, are you obsessed? Then 9 times out of 10, you've reached the point of obsession. And now you got to hold yourself accountable. The devil in the reverse with the Knight of Swords. This person can't stop talking about you, thinking about you. Their magic is definitely having an effect. Because somebody spends a great deal. Clarify with the voodoo. Yeah, they just send chaos magic. They really ain't got nothing else going on. This is so easy to back up, especially when you have self-love. It actually becomes kind of fun. It's like training day. It's like training ground. When you know somebody's sending you entities and energies and you're in this high frequency, it's so fun. Well, it's fun for me. Let me speak for myself. It's fun for me because we get to use these situations now as case studies, as examples. It's like, hey, boys and girls, don't do like these people. Well, here's an example. Monkey see, monkey did, monkey do, and now monkey see and monkey do is in the Five of Cups, sad and depressed with the 10 of Wands on their back. It's like it then becomes Exhibit A. It then becomes the thing that we look at. It then becomes the things, plural, that we look at and we observe from a spiritual standpoint, and we use it as an example of what not to do. Look at all this fighting and chaos, spiritual warfare. Then you got temperance. So somebody's angels showed up and probably beat the shit out of somebody, and they probably woke up tired. Somebody could have even woke up sore. This is an astral realm person. Somebody was astral realming when they were told not to. They couldn't resist it though. Devil in the reverse. Something always works for them, okay? Whoever you are, you're very protected. You're protecting your star and you're moving to the next level because you got the Ace of Cups here. Thank you, Spirit. New beginning, the Fool's energy, having faith. 7 of Wands is your divine protection, your spirit team, and your star. I love it. 8 of Swords. You're going to see a lot of people go into spiritual hell because that's where they belong. They can't stop talking. Maybe this is the way that they cast their spells, but it's driving them crazy. So whatever they're saying, it's going to drive them crazy. That's what Spirit just said. Whatever you're saying about me, I just heard, don't try to twist my words. Somebody trying to twist your words. Is that maybe that's why I heard that in my mind's eye? You tried to put your mouth on my mouth. Yeah, somebody could be trying to use your words against you. And it backfired. This is a really lazy magician. This Queen of Wands in the reverse is lazy. They're sloppy. Materialistic. Queen of Wands in the reverse, magician in the reverse. They want to look like they got it together, but behind the scenes, they're a hot, stinking ass mess. They really are. Pull it together, Sinclair. That's what I just heard. Somebody's name could be Sinclair, or maybe something that's about sin and Claire audience, sin, something like that. Maybe you can hear what it is they're about to do. You know what sins they're about to commit. I don't know, but I feel like that word, that name was very significant. This is the message, okay? I love y'all. Remember to take what resonates. I'm coming back. If you have not joined the memberships, highly recommended. I will see y'all here later, okay? I'm coming back. I'll see you soon. Close this door, Holy Spirit. Peace be with you.